Y'all, I called myself being grown last night. It was getting super late. I had a long day, and I said, "Man, I was supposed to watch Welcome to Derry, but my weekend was booked the heck up." And so it was probably like 11:45 or so. And I said, "Let me start this show like it wasn't an hour long or whatever." And baby, if you have not seen Welcome to Derry, so I'm a huge fan of Stephen King, a huge fan of It, the Pennywise, the clown, whatever the heck you want to call it, specifically the Tim Curry old school Pennywise, but I forgot what the other Pennywise name is. He cool too. But Welcome to Derry stressed me out. Okay, so I was gonna do a full video, but maybe I should just talk about it a little bit now. But it opens up with this, of course, they're in Derry, and the cinematography was everything, the ambiance, all the things were good. But we meet this kid named Maddie. He's sitting in a movie theater watching The Sound of Music. Oh, I'm lying. The Music Man. The Music Man. And like the way they float through the movie theater, you kind of see like couples kissing, old people, all these other people watching The Music Man. And it runs into Maddie and he's sucking on his pacifier. You're like, why is this kid in there sucking on a pacifier? And then the usher busts in, turns on the flashlight, say, "Hey kid," and you see him running and he hides. And this when we meet the black people in the show. It's a little girl and her father works a movie projector and he's hiding from the usher who wants to get him out of there. The daughter doesn't tell on him. And then the other guy, the usher goes away. The daughter runs out. The little boy runs out. And you figure he basically goes to go hitchhike to get out of Derry. You know, if he's sucking a pacifier and he's that age, he probably has some type of trauma. So he's trying to get away from his family. He get in the car with this nuclear family who said they're going to Portland. There's two mamas, two kids, and they're in the car. And they're singing songs and stuff. The other little boy was like doing spelling bee and everything was, "Hi dear, get in the car." They said, "Where you want to go?" "Anywhere but here." "Okay, we gonna ride." But then stuff started getting strange. Because the little boy who was spelling, the sister that was in the middle, well, you know how back in the day when they used to travel, they had their foods with them because there wasn't so many stops. The big sister opened the packet and she was pulling out raw liver or whatever and like rubbing in her hand. I ain't gonna say the substance that's on it because I don't know, TikTok like to act up. So he's like, something ain't right about this family. Then the other little boy starts spelling inappropriate words. And then the mom's like, "Yeah, spell vasectomy because they done knocked me up with this baby, da 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 da." And so it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's escalating with the bad words, the aggression and everything. Then all of a sudden, the little boy Maddie is like, "Let me out the car." And all of a sudden, baby, the mom who was pregnant start rubbing her belly like she finna give birth. And she starts cussing and fussing and their eyes look glazed over or whatever. And baby, when that camera zoomed down to that lady and her BADs, her big ass drawers, and the baby started coming out, I said, "What the hell going on?" And when that baby busted out, and it was a demon baby with wings. It was a mutant. I don't know what. Started bouncing around the car, trying to take this boy out. And next thing you know, it did get the little boy. And all you see is this poor this young dude's pacifier floating through the air and landing down into the sewer. So you know that boy was gone. You have to see it for yourself. That baby is nightmare fuel. It's worse than the baby from freaking what's it called? Squid Game. Y'all remember how much I couldn't stand that baby. I was ready for that baby to get. But anyways, worse than that. That baby was horrible. Then that's when you start meeting the kids in the whole, you know how Stephen King always has some kids with some bullies and everything. They at the school, one girl dad passed away because he was working at a factory and got caught in the gears, and they said that he was in all the pickle jars in Minnesota or whatever. And so they say she was a little cuckoo, whatever. And then you have the two little boys that were supposed to be friends with the little boy that disappeared. And they were feeling guilty because they never found him and they declared him gone. And I'm doing a really quick version of this, but go watch it for yourself. So then the little boy is missing, so they start hearing him in the pipes in different places, and they start remembering how they did him wrong or whatever. The two little boys went to his birthday party only because the mom gave him candy. So they were feeling guilty. And then they when the little girl told them that she didn't think he was actually passed away because she heard him through the pipes, the little JW boy went and told his dad, and he started talking about the atrocities that happened to his people. So he said, I don't want to hear nothing about no horror, and the atrocities my people are worse in real life. And he explained what they used to do with the JW people, and when they used to turn them into lampshades. Oh, Lord have mercy. Baby, when he was in his room and that lamp turned into the little boy that was missing and it rolled on the ground, it started talking. I said, boy, what did I run into? What am I watching? What am I watching, y'all? It was crazy. And you know it's on HBO Max, so it has all the cuss words. It has everything in it. It was unhinged, y'all. It was unhinged. And then there's a whole side story about Leroy Hanlon, who is Mike Hanlon's grandfather. If you don't know, Mike Hanlon is the dude that turned into the librarian in the original the only black dude in the area. So the grandfather came to Derry because they had a base there, and they wanted him to fly a special plane to go against the enemy or whatever. And I love how they captured how everybody was afraid of the nuclear, and you know how you had to duck and cover as if something like that went down, that's all you had to do. But anyways, as soon as he walked in, they came with the disrespect. So y'all gonna have Pennywise and racism, all the terrorists in one place. Okay, cool. He comes in. He's the top captain, and one of the dudes who are the lower ranks wouldn't even salute him and was giving him a hard time. And then the other dude came in, the higher rank than him, and was like, you're gonna salute this man and you're gonna be court-martialed, and he handled all that. So he's in there. He's there to fly a special plane. He laying in his room, and 3 people bust in like it from the pit suits, like the face mask told, so you couldn't see them, and said, if you don't come up with the specifications, we're gonna take you out now. And he stood up against them. I have a feeling it's that captain testing him to see if he can hold top secret things. And he's in Derry, and he's actually bringing his wife to his family to come live with him, but he didn't want them on the base because he wanted a different life for them. So there's more story coming with that. Back to the kids that heard Maddie all in the lampshade and the pipes and different things going on. They go to the movie theater because the Music Man keeps coming up, and the little black girl who runs the projector plays that movie. Why Maddie in the movie like The Exorcist? Why Maddie in the movie like The Exorcist? So he's sitting there, and he's in there with the family that had him in the car. That was the people that had him in the car, and he's holding baby. And baby, when that baby came through that movie screen, it was the 2 little boys, the one boy's little sister, and the little black girl, and the girl that they said was not well in the head. And that demon baby started taking everybody out. I mean, y'all taking out kids. They was on the poster, so they not gonna be on the show. I guess y'all did y'all big one in the in the beginning, and it leaves the little black girl and the other girl, and she looked down, and she just holding a hand, and now they got to explain how the other kids passed away and who did it. Hence, they're gonna try to blame that little black girl's daddy. But that's what Welcome to Derry was about, and they started off with a bang. It was good, but I was watching that in the middle of the night, and I said, please don't dream about this. But it's definitely nightmare fuel. I enjoyed every minute of it. All right, y'all go check it out. Love y'all. Bye.